question I have been receiving a lot from my missing link members is the difference between strength and endurance. Furthermore, they want to know why you would want to train one over the other and how to do it. So that's what I'm going to explain to you today. We're first going to go over the difference between strength and endurance, and then I'm going to give you examples and actually show you the difference. So let's get started. My name is Dr. Gretchen Hawley. I'm a physical therapist and multiple sclerosis certified specialist. I created this page to help you come up with exercises and strategies to champion your life with multiple sclerosis. Strength is typically what you need in order to do a movement quickly or just 1 or 2 times. This training looks very different from endurance, which is required if you plan on doing something for a longer period of time. The difference is that with strength training, you typically will train your muscles with fewer reps and sets. And with endurance training, you would train your muscles with longer reps and sets. For example, if you have a goal of being able to lift something up with your arm, and maybe this is just something like groceries, so you'd only have to do it maybe 1 to 3 times, depending on how many grocery bags you have, then your strength training would maybe only be 10 reps, or even 5 reps, or 3 reps, then take a break. And then do another 5 or 3, then take a break. And then another 3 or 5. So it's shorter repetitions and often fewer sets. Whereas strength training would be if you know that you need to hold something for a long period of time. Perhaps you're holding a package or holding a baby. That is going to require longer holds and longer repetitions. So instead of only picking up a package 3, 5, 10 times, you might aim for 30 times total. And so you just keep picking it up, putting it down, picking it up, putting it down without stopping. Similarly, maybe you just pick it up and hold. If holding is something that you're going to need to do, then this would be a great exercise to do. But let me give you an example that might feel a bit more applicable to your life. One is with the hands and one is with the legs. So we'll start with the hands. One thing I hear often is that there's difficulty putting your hair up, specifically with a hair tie or a clip. For this example, I'm going to refer to a clip. So you can imagine if you need to open a clip to put your hair up, that's going to require strength of opening. Ideally, you'll really only need that strength for a couple of seconds. If this hand is holding your hair, this hand is going to put the clip in, you really need to squeeze and hold for about 1, 2, 3, and then you clip it in and then you let go. So for that exercise, you would hold a clip, squeeze 1, 2, 3, let go. Then squeeze again, 1, 2, 3, let go. And this is an exercise of strength building. Whereas the difference is if you have weak arm muscles and it doesn't happen that quick, you can't bring your arm up in only 3 seconds. Maybe it takes a lot longer than that. Well, then you need endurance training as well. So then you would hold perhaps for 10 seconds and then release. And do this as many times as you can. Instead of stopping at maybe 3 sets, maybe you do 5 sets or 6 sets and you're trying to squeeze and hold it open for as long as you can. Another example that I want to show you is with your legs. Oftentimes, it can be challenging to sit down without plopping or to stand up from a low surface. And one exercise that a lot of people might do is squats, where you go down and up, or squat holds, where you just hold it here. And this is a great exercise. However, this is a perfect example of a movement that you would, for the most part, need strength for. You need strength to stand up. You need strength to sit down slowly. However, where a lot of people miss the boat is they will focus on the strengthening piece and not the endurance piece. Standing up often requires endurance. If your muscles can only fire for 1 second, but it takes 3 seconds to stand up, that's when you might feel like you go to stand up and you fell back down. And you tried again and you fell back down. You need endurance right here to keep yourself there in order to stand up. Similarly, if you can sit down but you're plopping, you likely don't have the endurance in these muscles. So you'd have to practice slowly sitting, And there's a lot that goes into properly standing up and sitting down with posture and position. There is an entire video about that in the missing link. But for now, I just want to point out that there's a big difference between practicing slowly sitting and slowly standing up, which yes, that will be harder, but that works endurance versus just sitting down and standing up is more strength when you're going quickly and doing shorter repetitions. Now, both of these examples are things that you actually need both strength and endurance. And it's very rare to find a movement that doesn't require both, which is why I wanted to point out the difference, because it is important that you train them differently. If you only ever train for strength and you're only ever doing 10 times 3 sets or 5 times 5 sets, that's very much focusing on strength. So you might have decent strength, but no endurance. So you might be able to walk, but not very far. Whereas training for endurance is more of longer repetitions, longer sets, longer holds. So it's important with your exercises to not only train for strengthening, but also endurance. This way you'll have the strength to perform the movement and you'll have the endurance in order to do that movement or do that activity for as long as you'd like. There is an entire section in the missing link, my online MS Wellness program, that is specifically designed for activities and task-specific exercises. So this is where we review things like how to stand up from the ground, how to climb stairs, how to get into and out of your car or into and out of bed. All of these exercises require strength and endurance and the proper exercises. So I review exactly what to do and the importance of them. If you're interested in checking out the missing link, look into the comment section below where I posted a behind the scenes link. You can get an idea on if it would be a good fit for you or not. If you have some extra time, feel free to watch some of these videos, and thank you for tuning in. Please remember to press a subscribe button, share with a friend, and press a thumbs up button.